Okay, as most of you know, we always open up with a little memorabilia. I don't think I've ever shown this one before. It's a Playbill magazine from about 11 years ago with this Dodger pitcher on the front. Zach Greinke, remember him? That's from 2015. Yeah, he made a pretty good 1-2 punch with Kershaw. Remember that? Yeah, Zach Greinke. Pretty good guy. All right, let's get this thing going. Can somebody give me, please, a 10-count countdown right now? Thank you. Yeah, give it to me. All right, hit it.
Play ball! It's time for Dodger Baseball.
Certainly is. Certainly is in the middle of 13 straight, so we're still playing baseball. Today's the 21st day of April. I'm Randy. You know who we are. Come on in. Pull up a chair, sit down, relax, and turn off that light. Let's talk Dodgers. This is the best, first, and only video podcast by fans, for fans of your Los Angeles, you-know-who, Dodgers. All right, Dodgers wake up today 16-6 on the season. Good for a 1-game lead in the NL West over the Padres. Wait, there's more. 3 games over the D-Bags. 7 games over the Giants, whom we play tonight, and 7.5 games ahead of the guys we just left in Colorado. And they're lucky to be there, too, because they beat us 2 games. So they'd be 10 games out by now if we beat them. Anyway, at 16-6, the Dodgers still have the best record in baseball. True. All right, let's do a quick recap. We've been starting to do this. How do you guys like it? Raise your hand if you like it. Okay, they like it. We're just going to do this real quick. Each one, a little paragraph in each game. In game 1, Max Muncy homered twice. We were going to play those, but we got 2 more to play by him. You know that. Tyler Glasnow allowed 2 hits in 7 innings. Dodgers rolled to a nice 7-1 win on Friday night in Denver, in snowy Denver, after they cleaned up the snow. Which begs the question, can anybody tell me, why don't they have a dome stadium in Denver? I don't know. Anyway, game 2 we lost. No need to review it. We won't learn anything new or more, except that the Dodgers were leading and they beat themselves, which was predicted by Oral Hershiser on the pregame show that day before game 2, before game 1 actually. But he says if the Dodgers lose any of these games in this 4-game series, it's because they beat themselves. Well, guess what? In game 2 they lost because they had the lead. They beat themselves. End of story. Let's move on. Game 3 we lost also, but Ryan Ward, a 28-year-old rookie with 7 years experience in the minors, was called up to play first base for Freddie Freeman, who was on paternity leave for his major league debut. He was involved in 2 plays at first defensively and flied out to center in his first at-bat before singling to right in his second, scoring Andy Pajas in the 4th inning to extend the Dodgers lead over the Rockies 3-0 in the 3rd game of the 4-game set. Again, they had the lead. They blew it. His liner just eluded a leaping T.J. Rumfield at first before landing on the right field grass. So he almost got another hit, and he also almost tied up the game. But he singled to center of the 6th as part of a run-scoring rally. Came to bat with 2 outs, a potential tying run on a base in the 9th before the Rockies right fielder Troy Johnson made a fantastic leaping, flying catch, diving play to end the game. Dodgers came up short, but it was a very exciting game. And again, they lost the lead. They beat themselves. Last night, a totally different story. Last night, Max Muncy went deep. He also went 4 for 4 with 2 home runs, scored 4 times as LA hit 5 home runs. We're going to hear him in a minute, to back Justin Robleski in a 12-3 victory. Wow. Everybody got into the act on that one. Rojas hit a home run, rushing homeward in the 8th and 9th. Let's hear all 5 of those home runs. Are you ready? 5 home runs right now.
Time of the series, the Rockies score first 1-0 as we begin the second.
Max Muncy coming.
This one's not on the ground, it's in the air to deep right field, and Max Muncy has tied the game.
His 7th of the season and his 7th solo home run. And the Dodgers tie it up. It's 1-1.
All right.
Rojas is batting 6th and Muncy 7th. They swap, and Muncy hits his 7th home run. Now Rojas charges up to deep left field. Back-to-back blasts.
Back-to-back home runs. Rojas gives the Dodgers a 2-1 lead. Oh, he did not wait around. He got a pitch that was on the inner half, but right in the wheelhouse, and he turns on it.
Dodgers.
And top of the 8th inning, Dalton Rushing to lead off with Ohtani to follow. Rushing swings, hits a long fly ball down the left field side, and that ball is gone. It's a home run. He tucked it into the left field corner, just inside the foul pole, and Dalton Rushing has hit his 6th home run of the season. How do you like that? It is now 8-1 Dodgers. A 385-foot shot to the opposite field by Dalton Rushing on the first pitch of the 8th inning.
9-2 Dodgers, 9th inning. Max Muncy, who has 3 hits and a walk. One of the hits a home run.
Muncy in the air to left field.
Oh, that's to the left.
Did he get enough? Did he get enough? He did! Mile high Muncy with another.
It is his 22nd career multi-home run game. It is his 2nd multi-home run game of this series. Home run number 8 on the season for Muncy.
1 on, 1 out.
Dalton Rushing with a home run last time.
Now Rushing pulls one high in the air toward the Rocky bullpen and gone.
I love it.
Dalton does it again. Home runs in back-to-back plate appearances. And now a dozen for the Dodgers.
Yeah, man. Doesn't get better than that. And they went on to win 12-3. I love it. But, you know, I love it because not only does it excite the crowd, you know, a lot of Dodger fans there, it excites the announcers, and they start selling the game better. I like that on radio and TV. So way to go, announcing staff. All right. Injury report. Quick injury report. Latest update. Well, you probably heard this in the news yesterday. The biggest news yesterday was this. Edwin Diaz is scheduled for surgery at Kerlin Jobe Orthopedic Clinic on Wednesday, that's tomorrow, to remove loose bodies, quote unquote. I don't have any bodies in my body, but loose bodies from his elbow. That sounds like bone chips to me. My dad had that once. That's not good. Diaz was placed on the injured list, and Roberts was reluctant to speculate on a timetable for his return. In a corresponding move, the club recalled left-hander Jake Eder, who came into the game at the end of the game to mop up, from AAA Oklahoma City. I think when you have bone chips, it kind of reminds me of the days of the 40s, 50s, and 60s. Not only my dad, but guys like Koufax. They had no careers after this happened to them because they didn't know how to take care of it in the 1960s. That's part of what Koufax. They had an arthritic elbow, probably some bone chips too. But in those days, all they could do is carve your elbow out, and that was it, and they'd clean you up. Now they know how to do it arthroscopically. They didn't have that technology before the 1970s. So thank you, Tommy John, and all the people that figured that stuff out, Dr. Jobe and Kerlin and all those guys. And I'm sure Diaz will be back in, 3 months? Is that what they're saying? Is that what they said? Yeah, okay. All right. Hey, 2 years ago, anybody remember this? We had a zillion guys on the aisle, especially from the pitching staff, and we had bullpen by committee. And what happened? Yeah, we won a World Series. Let's do it again. Let's three-peat. Come on. All right. Let's do some fun stuff. And how about that Ryan Ward? I mean, you got to put this in perspective, folks. Guy's 27, 28 years old, spends 7 years in the minors. You know what that sounds like to me? Maury Wills spent 8 in the minors, and at 28 he came up. So we're giving these guys a chance, and look what they're doing. They're producing. Come on. I mean, you can't beat that with a stick. I love it. So that's fun stuff for me. Let's do some shout-outs. We got a lot of shout-outs today. Let's see if we can do all these. I'm not doing it in one breath. No way. Today we have Kim N., Bradley A., Barry A., Ed J., Donald S., Terry S., Greg O., also Big Jack of the Vipers, who hit a laser beam, just cleared the fence at Dos Pianos Park to give the Vipers another victory. He's on our pony team and special needs team, the VIP. So go Big Jack, and also go Vipers, undefeated. All right. Let's see who else we got today. Joe V, Robin C, Jesus T, Jasmine C, Robert G, Jesse C, Paul D, Roger Yee, and you and me, and Fox Jabri, who's also Fox Cali because he is El Zorro. Thank you, everybody, for watching Let's Talk Dodgers. You know who you are. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks also for subscribing on YouTube and following us here in Facebook. Tell all your Dodger-loving friends where we are. Tell them to watch us, too. Tell them to like us on Facebook and hit the subscribe button on YouTube. We're always talking Dodgers in here. We're playing home runs like crazy as long as we keep hitting them. And welcome to all the newbies again, if anybody's new. Glad to have you in here with us. And let's talk Dodgers together. All right. And we might do a live show soon, so we may be talking together. We'll see. If you have fan mail, you can drop it on the Facebook page here, or you can write us at letstalkdodgers@gmail.com. And for the first time ever this season, if you have comments, you're allowed to make them in the YouTube videos because the shows are not made for kids. Well, we say that so we can get the exclusive way to get people to right to us in YouTube. So that's one way to do it. All right, this date in Dodger history, I made this one myself, so you're not going to hear this one on TV unless they're looking at the same thing I am. This date in Dodger history, April 21st, 2024. Anybody remember that? It's only 2 years ago. You know what happened on this date in 2024? The World Series bound Dodgers. Tyler Glasnow and the Dodgers faced off against the Mets at Dodger Stadium. Ohtani and Pages hit home runs. Glasnow struck out 10 that day as the Dodgers rolled over the Mets 10-0 on their way to the World Series championship, of course. What a great year. Let's three-peat. On this day, Tyler Glasnow, you're the man. Wow. 10-0 over the Mets, and Glasnow struck out 10. Well, he's pitching later this week, so we'll have to see him do that too. All right, stats of the day. We got a boatload. What don't we have? We always have stats. Why? Because statistics are part of baseball, and they're what make it fun. We don't overdo it. We try not to get like the national guys and go crazy, but we just try to keep it in perspective. And I always pick out the fun ones for the ones I like, so there. First of all, I know we lost 2 out of 4, or we won 2 out of 4, if the glass is half full, against the Rocks. We should have beaten them 3 out of 4 or 4 out of 4, right? Well, it's okay. You know, I'm not worried. Our run differential. You know what our run differential was in that series? We outscored the Rocks 28-7. I like that. I'll take that any day of the week. Okay, here's another stat for you. Shohei Ohtani, as you know, continues to climb to the top of the Dodgers on-base streak list since 1900, solidifying his hold on third place as he logged his 52nd consecutive game reaching base safely in Los Angeles' 12-3 win over Colorado on Monday. Monday, with a third inning single to right field off Rocky starter Jose Quintana. Well, the reigning MVP finished the night going 1 for 4 with 2 walks and 2 runs scored. Over the 4-game series, he went 6 for 18 with 3 doubles, 5 runs, and an RBI. Ohtani trails only Sean Green, who reaches base safely in 53 straight games in 2000. And some Hall of Famer is going to be part of our quiz in just a few minutes. So we'll talk about that, and I'm sure you'll like this, because even though you've heard the name, you may have heard it last night, you may not have heard where we're going to go next with the quiz today. So I made this one up too. All right, StatCast Challenge Board. We got stats there. We're following this all year because there's a new set of stats, as you know, with the ABS, Automated Ball and Strike System. This will be an online board featuring all the stats regarding ABS. I'm not going into all the stats. We'll look at these from time to time. What we like to check is the guys that we have at the top of the leaderboard individually who have some individual stats that mean something to our team. And the guy I think you know I'm talking about is Will Smith. We've been watching him all season with this. Will Smith is still number 2 in overturning challenges. He's challenged 24 times, won 15, lost 9. That's 63%. Good for second place behind Salvador Perez of KC, who's 16 for 21. Well, 15 for 24 isn't too bad either, but that guy's at 76%, and Will Smith is 63. So those are the top 2 guys in the majors right now who are overturning challenges. That's my favorite stat in that thing. We're going to watch Will Smith throughout the season on this. Dodgers as a team are 58% in overturning, but Will Smith is leading them at 63%. That's pretty good. The other stat we like to watch, because it's our own, we made it up. Jack in the Box Jumbo Jack watch. Yes, they're doing it again in case you didn't hear. 7 Ks by our pitching staff gets you 1 free Jumbo Jack the next day at Jack in the Box when you purchase a large drink. This is a small one. The team's off to a pretty decent start. So far this season, team's done it 15 out of 22 games. That's only 68%. Just wait, we'll be up to 80% in no time, I'm sure. All right, free Jumbo Jacks with the purchase of a large drink. That's all you have to do. Whenever the pitching staff gets 7 or more Ks in a game, all you do is walk into your local Jack in the Box in LA or Ventura County. They don't tell you that on TV. And say, give me the Dodger deal, please. And when you do, you just buy a large drink and you get a free Jumbo Jack any way you want it. All right, let's get into some quick hit trivia. Somebody's calling us. No, sorry, no calls right now. We don't answer the phone when there's a show going on. That's how much we respect the show. Come on, stop. All right, quick hit trivia. We're in the midst of... Okay, spam risk. We're in the midst of running through some questions that Mark Langio published in Dodger Insider Magazine in 2017. We're on hold with that for right now. How about this one? We've been hearing about Shohei and his remarkable on-base streak going to 52 games last night. 2 questions for you. Yeah, we're not doing this. Let's just pull this plug. Thank you. We're in the midst of running through this. So we've been hearing about Shohei Ohtani and his 52-game on-base streak. Who holds the Dodger all-time record in consecutive on-base appearances? You should know that if you watched TV last night. And you should have heard this by now. Part 2 of the question, who holds the all-time record in on-base appearances in the major leagues? It's not a Dodger, but we'll give you the answer in a few minutes, all right? That's our quick hit trivia today. We'll be right back with that in a few. Let's get you out to the ballpark. By the way, we're not going to go over all the secret stuff this time and where you can watch Dodger games free. We'll do it next time in advance of the game on Apple TV on Friday night, and we'll talk about that in our next show, all right? Okay, so come back next time. Tune in again. All right, let's get you out to the ballpark. These you'll be able to watch on Sportsnet LA or on any of those 6 places we always talk about. Dodgers are visiting the Giants in San Francisco. Starts tonight. 2 games at the same time, 1 at a different time. So we'll tell you what's going on with this. Tuesday, that's tonight, 4/21, April 21st. It's Yamamoto against Roop at 6:45 on Sportsnet LA. Wednesday is going to be Shohei Ohtani and Maul. Is it Molly? Yeah, Molly at 6:45. So 6:45, Sportsnet LA, Tuesday and Wednesday. Thursday, this is a different time. 4:23 on Thursday. It's going to be a 12:45 start on Sportsnet LA. Tyler Glasnow and Brandon Webb. It's a good matchup. 12:45, Sportsnet LA. And we'll be talking to you probably on Friday, before Friday's game. Because Friday, the Dodgers are back home against the Cubs, and that'll be only on Apple TV, and we'll talk about the ways to watch that one on our next show. So stay tuned with us. Especially Big Jack out there. He probably doesn't know this. There's a secret, Jack. I'll tell you in a few minutes. All right. I'll tell you next show. All right, quick hit trivia answer. A moment ago, we asked you who holds the all-time franchise record for on-base percentage on-base appearances, and who holds the all-time record for consecutive on-base at-bats for MLB. Well, you know that we've been talking about Shohei Ohtani's big run that he's got going on. He could take solo possession of second place this weekend and set the all-time Dodger mark, a distinction currently held by Hall of Famer. Anybody remember it? Yeah, 58 straight games in 1954 by home run champ, too, Duke Snider. Remember Duke Snider? I remember him. But who holds, they haven't told you this, who holds the all-time Major League record in straight games reaching base? Well, it precedes all of us, because I don't think anybody here is over this age yet. But if you were born in 1949, or after that, you don't know this. But if you're born before 49, you might know this. The guy that holds the all-time AL and NL, the Major League record with 84 straight games reaching base, still holds the record to this day from 1949. The great Hall of Famer himself, Ted Williams. Yeah, from the Boston Red Sox. Ted Williams holds the all-time record, 84 straight games reaching base. That's amazing. Can Shohei make it? It's possible. We'll see. He's at 52 right now. All right, other cool stuff. Don't forget, I tend to leave some pretty cool Dodger content about our team and Facebook from time to time, so check back often. This time, no day off this week, so we're not going to leave any yet. We'll tell you when we do. But we'll talk with you again soon, probably on Friday before the game with the Cubs, and we'll talk about the secret ways to watch the game on Apple. There's one I know of. We'll check some of the others too. So we'll talk with you again soon. Write to us at letstalkdodger@gmail.com. And thanks for watching Let's Talk Dodgers, everybody. Tell all your friends where we are. Tell them to like us on Facebook and watch us on YouTube. And we'll talk to you on Friday. Go Blue. Let's beat these guys. Wait a minute. Okay, wait. Hey, Dave Roberts, what do you want to do with those San Francisco Giants?
I want to beat the crap out of this team.
Me too. All right, we'll see you again on Friday, guys. Bye-bye.